So, what is sexuality for you?
Sexuality is attraction, feelings maybe.
Sexuality is a philosophy of life.
Sexuality is something that you just cannot control.
It's a sense. Samolevsky.
It's connection.
I can't really define sexuality.
Okay, so sexuality is part of your personality?
Sexuality is a word that defines the sexually appealing entity. And for me, sexuality is Victoria's Secret model.
There's like some cherry on the top of the cake.
Sexuality. I feel uncomfortable answering that question. I'm really sorry.
Thank you.
Sexuality is sex. It's passion. It's kind of deep interconnection. And this is it.
Well, I can only think of one word, I guess, and that would be attitude.
I'm so preoccupied with my study right now, so I cannot answer it.
So sexuality for me, the perfect definition is Lagares. It's sexuality in one person. It's amazing.
For me too, it's incredible. When we was in underground, all nights he dancing with some girls, and he always have a lot of girls to choose.
What is it for you? What is it for you, like personally?
Maybe a mix between Lagares and Brad Pitt.
Well, I think that sexuality is the need to be part of something bigger, to be unified with someone.
Alright, so here we have the vision of people about sexuality. They talk about feelings, about hey, what are you? Don't ask. Alright. Do you know that they didn't talk about political and social impact of sexuality? It's true. I know it's true. I'm always true. Maybe we should study it. Yeah, of course we should study it. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it!
Oh, hey, so you want me to talk about sexuality? Yes, we'll do that. The influence of the 19th century was still present in the beginning of the 20th century up until 1950s. The woman was expected to play a role of a good housekeeper, to be a good wife, and to be, a good mother, of course. But two documents published in 1948 and 1953 respectively called Human Behavior, Sexual Behavior in Human Male and Sexual Behavior in the Human Female revealed the truth that Americans were engaging in sexual behaviors more frequently and with more variety than conventional morality suggested. That was a quote. The Kinsey reports were a launchpad for numerous publications, especially for Hugh Hefner's issue of Playboy, firstly published in 1953, which had nothing in common with the periodicals of that time. Hugh Hefner claimed that the nude bunnies were a symbol of disobedience, a triumph of sexuality, and the end of Puritanism.
I can't trust myself. I have this thing about saxophone players, especially tenor sax.
This change in the vision of sexuality by the people in America brought new icons, like of course Marilyn Monroe, mostly known for her movies, where she combined sexual appeal but also sensuousness and vulnerability. For example, in Gentlemen Prefer Blonde, she says this sentence: I can be smart when it's important, but most men don't like it. Which is a good description of the expectations of the average American male during the 60s.
In the late 1960s, the movement of female liberation was challenging the liberal consensus on sex, which caused great repercussions in American societies. In 1966, the National Organization for Women was founded by young feminists who emerged from the civil rights movement. Exhausted of gender inequality and lack of dignity in relation to American women, the movement's goal was to reach social justice. As the book Intimate Matters suggests, feminism in its all stages had a huge impact on the society's perception of sexuality. Feminist movement was mostly not anti-sexual. It might have been exaggerated by many leaders and publishers of that time simply because it seemed impossible to be listened and eventually to be heard. Feminists were and are still trying to reach the unreachable, to stop the sexual objectification of women. As a result, feminist movement succeeded in reshaping the national understanding of the female sexuality.
Bob realizes his daughter is growing up. Now that Donna's on the pill, she's what medical professionals call open for business.
So, with the 70s came the accomplishment of the goals of the wave of feminism of the 60s. Indeed, the sexual liberation for women came due to one major factor, the contraception for women. And mainly the pill. The pill was acting on the psychology of the woman, but allowed them to have sex without being pregnant, what was a major change. And with this physical change, it brought also a sociological change.
I think your thing in your body is not hamburgers.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think you're pregnant.
Oh my god, I'm pregnant!
Yeah. So, you're gonna be mom, and I'm gonna be dad.
I don't want this baby.
Yeah, I don't want to. It means I can't go to the bar anymore.
But we can do anything.
I don't think so.
But they can do something. Indeed, in 1973, the Roe v. Wade Act, published by the Supreme Court of America, says that women can use abortion if they want to, of course.
So during the 60s, it was not only the feminist movement that changed the perception of women in society, but it also was the origination of the gay liberation process, which took place approximately at the same time. The agenda of the movement has kind of similar objectives, such as representing the identity and reaching the social justice in the society. One of the examples was Mr. Harvey Milk, the gay politician who gave a speech in which he asked his, quote, gay sisters and brothers to make the commitment to fight for their freedom for their country.
George Moscone, the mayor of San Francisco, was shot dead in his office in City Hall this morning. So was Harvey Milk, a city supervisor. Both shot.
Oh, Bulgaria, your wings are like a prison for my heart. Oh, sorry. But in the 80s came the problem of HIV, because the HIV, the virus, spread first in the gay population, and the people began to think that it was a punishment from God. There is an homophobia who spread among all the people against gay, who are bringing this really dangerous disease on the population.
Oh, fire extinguisher, you're so red and hot and slim. Just let me tell you one story, and for you as well. So, along with the notion of sexuality being expressed more widely, the notion of an image comes in. Basically what people are looking like and how other people are actually, accepting that. The male sexuality did not change over the time so much because basically men are accepted by their masculinity. The more they're masculine are, the better it is, But the feminism kind of gave it like the shot for women to look more slimmer, and women were trying to lose weight as fast as they can. But this is the moment where the problem comes, because not all the women can lose the weight so fast, and this is the big problem of anorexia disease, which came in 90s. And yeah, this is basically it. So I think the situation is still going on nowadays because of the models looking super slim on the TVs and Victoria's Secret show and everything and being envy.
In the years 2000, the vision of sexuality and beauty changed. First, in the conception of beauty. Now, beauty is not sin, but it's more strong, healthy. And also a vision of sexuality in itself. People think sexuality as part of your identity now. That's why there is now a new wave of laws that considers a gay marriage as legal. And there is also a new acceptations for gay people. And people think that they are gay in their identity. And as we interviewed people in the beginning, sexuality is finally a part of your identity. Everybody has a conception. And even if there is political or sociological implication, the most important is how you define your sexuality and how you think about it. Finally, the sexuality, the beauty, is what you think it is. And the political and social side of the question is of course important, but it's not important in itself. It's important because it means a change in the mind of people, and the mind of people is the most important. Look at me. You want to know what is my canon of beauty? This is this.
Quand il me prend dans ses bras et me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose.
For me, sexuality is Miley Cyrus in Wrecking Balls.
Excuse me, I have a question. What is sexuality for you?
You ask me what is sexuality? Sexuality is me.